What's up, guys? Welcome back to my podcast. And first of all, I do want to say that I will not be doing my fantasy team today. I was planning on it, and I was going to. And as if you know, I had my title as that 5 minutes beforehand. I realized I can only create one for family and friends, and I can't join a public one, so I can't do that. I will do that as soon as I am able to. No clue when that's gonna happen, but for now, I'm going to do a tier list and every single team's watchability. So the first one is much watch hockey. That's like you gotta watch them. They're so fun to watch. The top priority, they're one of those teams that like if they're on, like I should definitely watch, and they're gonna be one of the teams that I'm watching. Watch when I can is like I can just like tune in, just watch whenever there's nothing else on. Basically, whenever none of the other really fun teams to watch are on, and if I can, I just watch them. Mad kind of just like I don't watch them, but like they're nothing too special. Then boring Z's. So like just boring, curly, bleh, hockey. Okay, so we're gonna jump straight into this. First up, we got the Anaheim Ducks. I'm gonna put them in watch when I can. It's between that you're meh, but I'm gonna have to put them in watch when I can. If you look at the lines of some of the players, like they have some exciting players: Cody Gauthier, Leo Carlson, Troy Terry, Trevor Zegras, Rick Petrano, McTavish, Minchikov, and then Gibson and Lucas Dostal and net. Like they have some fun and interesting players, some fun lines that are going to be fun and interesting to watch. I have to put them in watch when I can. Coyote Utah Hockey Club, the Coyote logo, but Utah Hockey Club. I'm gonna have to put them in top of watch when I can. Definitely. Ooh, I'm really tempted to put them in top priority, but I can't. Not quite. Um, Utah HC lines. Okay. So we got Keller, Schmaltz, Gunther, Cooley, Beachhead, Dome, Baselli, Kerfoot, Kraus, Sergiev, Dursey, those guys, and they got Ingram and Beltramaka and that. Like they have some interesting pieces. I do think it'll be very competitive next year, which will also boost their watchability because the better the team is, the more I like to watch them. That just makes sense. I feel like they go with kind of everybody in any sport, really. Definitely the four major sports in America, North America, but yeah. Definitely the top of watch when I can. Um, Boston Bruins, top priority. It really all the contending teams are going to be either in a top priority or much watch hockey for me. I mean, I always try to watch top contenders. Uh, firstly and most often. Um, and they're not like no boring team, like just on paper. Like they're contending for a reason. They have Zako, Lindholm, Pastrnak, Geeky, Marchand, Portress, Frederick, Zadorov, McAvoy, Carla, Lindholm, and Swayman in that. Like they have good, fun players and pieces and lines, all this stuff, and they're contending teams. We'll watch them all throughout the year and see how they do. So it'll have to be top priority. Another top priority, just above the Bruins, Carolina. Um, so Carolina is a very interesting team because yes, I will classify them as contenders. At the very least, a playoff team, good playoff team. First line's gonna be Aho, Jarvis, and Snetchkovsky, fun players to watch. And Raslovic, Zensov, Nietzsche, Martina, Foss, Carrier, Kakayemi. They still got Jacob Slavin, Brent Burns, Orlov, Walker, Glasgow, and Chatfield. Defensively, they didn't go. Kuchekov is always fun to watch, and then Frederick Anderson. So they have to be in top priority for me. Blackhawks, I have to put them in watch when I can. They also help that I am a Blackhawks fan, so I do watch them. But just even if I was not a Blackhawks fan, this is like as a neutral fan in the Blackhawks case, if I wasn't a Blackhawks fan, but like still, yes, obviously outside of Bedard, they didn't have much last year, but now they have Patuzzi, Teravainen, Taylor Hall hopefully is healthy, And they still got TJ Brody and Martinez they added. And they still got Kuczynski, Reichel, Kurashev, Vlasic, all those young guys. And there's always going to probably play next year. Like, I mean, yeah, like, they do have young pieces. So watch when I can. Definitely, yeah. Avalanche must watch hockey for me. Oh, and by the way, Blackhawks are going to be probably above the Ducks, below the Coyotes. But Avalanche are the first team in much watch hockey for me. We got Colorado. Wait, hold up. Colorado Avalanche. Colorado Avalanche lines. When the team has McKinnon, Rantanen, and McCall on the same team, they're all guaranteed much watch hockey. I've already said contenders. And then still got Terry Lurkinen, Casey Middlestad, Ross Colton, Duran, Devon Taves, Gerard. Those guys that even help elevate the watchability. This team's so fun to watch. Always one of the most fun teams to watch in the league for sure. Next up, CBJ. I put them in meh, honestly. Meh. They do have good pieces in Fantilli. They got Lindstrom, hopefully. Renzi's healthy. Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, Johnny Gaudreau, Patrick Laine. Laine's probably going to be traded because he asked for a trade, but still, anyway, either way, even with or without him. Team definitely has pieces. Sean Monahan also, but they have fun pieces, interesting pieces to watch, but they're definitely not one of the teams that I want to watch. You know, there's so many other teams that I'd rather watch. Speaking of a team that I'd rather watch, we got the Dallas Stars, much watch hockey. I would even put them above the Avalanche in my opinion. It's just something about this team, man. It's so fun because obviously they're probably a top 3, possibly at the very, very least, top 5 contenders in the league, but probably top 5 contenders in the league. We got Hintz, Robertson, Sagan, Stankoven, Johnston, Ben, Marchment, Duchesne, Heiskanen, Thomas Harley, Labushkin, Lundell. Those guys, and then they got Otter, and that's always fun to watch, and the Smith as a backup. Like, this team is so fun from top to bottom. Very, very fun to watch. Next, Red Wings. I'm actually going to put them in watch when I can. I'm going to put them right below the Hockey Club and above the Blackhawks. Man, this team has some fun pieces. And Kane, DeBrincat, Raymond, Larkin, Tarasenko. And then in the back end, they got Mo Sider. Always fun to watch. Like, those guys are definitely fun to watch. So I have to put Red Wings in watch when I can. Panthers, I'm going to have to put in a top priority above the Hurricanes. They don't have. There's something about them that's not like a team that I would like. Oh, they're on. I gotta watch them. But like they're a team that's like, oh, they're on. I really, really want to watch them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do this so fun to watch. I mean, they got Tkachuk, Barkov, Hagee. Oh my God, there's one that I forget. Barkov, Tkachuk. Oh, Barkov, Hagee, and Ryan Hart. There you go, Ryan Hart. They got the pieces of Lundell in the back end, Ekblad and Forsling, and then Sergei Bobrovsky, probably the best overall goalie in the league, both playoffs and regular season. So I don't know. The team is so fun to watch. Oilers definitely much watch hockey. Probably top priority. I mean, must watch hockey. I'm gonna put them above the Stars and the Avalanche, honestly. McDavid, Draisaitl, Arvidsson, Hyman, Skinner, RNH, Bouchard, Matt Savoy next year, and then Stuart Skinner in net. Such a fun team to watch. Next, Islanders definition of boring. Go sleep. So boring. Like, I definitely watch them just because, you know, the hockey, but like, definitely not one of the teams that I would want to watch. They're so boring. Just the way they play. They don't really have that much star players, and the way they play is so boring. I mean, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put them in mid, especially because they lost Arvidsson. But I mean, they still got Quentin Byfield, Kevin Fiala, Adrian Kempe. Those guys, and then goaltending they got Kemper, but other than those guys, there's not really much to the Kings. I'm gonna put them in meh. Put them above CBJ. Minnesota, I'm gonna have to put them towards the top of watch when I can. Below the Red Wings, above the Blackhawks. We have interesting pieces: Marco Rossi, Krylofil, Matt Boldy, Brock Faber, Jolis and Ekjed, Spurgeon, and Gustafson, and that they are a fun team to watch, but they're definitely not a top priority as the other contenders are. Canadians, I'm gonna have to put them in the bottom of watch when I can, above the Ducks, below Blackhawks. They have some fun pieces in Sikorsky, Kyle Field, Suzuki, could be Doc, those guys, and then I'm back in the Manson and Lane Hudson, and then they got Sam Montrebolt, which is always interesting to watch. This team is a very fun team, fun, young, and exciting team to watch, but not one of my top priorities. Predators, I'm gonna have to put them in the top priority now. I don't know if they're quite necessarily contenders, but I do think they could make a deep. They are contention to make a deep playoff run. I don't think they're gonna win the cup. I think the Stars, the Oilers, both definitely for sure have a higher chance to win the East or West. I would even have Vancouver over them just because of the experience. But so yeah, at least 3 teams above them and the chances of winning the West. But I do really, really like this team. Marchessault, Stamkos, Forsberg, Nyquist, those guys, Ryan O'Reilly, and then back in the Roman Yossi, Fabro, Shea, and then UC Solis, and that is one of the most fun goalies to watch. So very, very a top priority for sure. Definitely, I don't have to actually put them in top must watch hockey. Below the Avalanche, Stars and Oilers, below the Avalanche. Very, very fun team to watch. Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier. There's others I'm forgetting as well. In the back end, they got Simon Nemec, Luke Hughes, Dougie Hamilton. They got Jacob Markstrom in that. Super, super fun to watch. Especially now since they added Markstrom in the back of the net, they're going to be even more competitive. And competitive teams, contenders, are always going to be towards the top. And they have the star players and the overall team to really get me and put them in much watch hockey. Rangers, I'm going to have to put them in much watch hockey for the Rangers. Right below the Devils. Man, the team has so much people. Zibanejad, Panarin, Kreider, Trocheck, Adam Fox. I think there's one other I'm forgetting on the forward core. Lafreniere, there we go. Jacob Trouba, they may lose, but still. And then Igor Shesterkin, probably top 3 going in the league. At least top 5. And then them, and then yeah. Very, very fun team. Must watch hockey for me. Senators. Oh, okay. Top priority for the Senators, below the Predators. Definitely in the lower half of top priority, but they are a very fun team to watch. Stützle, Tkachuk, Pinto, Batherson, those guys. Back then they got Shabbat and Sanderson, and then others that I can't think of. And then goaltending, they have Linus Ullmark, which is always going to be fun to watch. I love watching Ullmark. He seems definitely top priority for me, in my opinion, at least. Next up is the Flyers. I'm gonna have to put them in meh. They don't really have that much star players. They have Travis Konechny. I do like watching Travis Konechny, but other than that, they don't really have much players that really catch my eye, honestly. Penguins, put them in the top of meh. The only reason why they're not in boring, even, you're at least in the bottom of meh, because of Crosby, Malkin, Letang, and Carlson. But other than those 4 guys, your team's kind of like definition of meh, you're boring. They're boring without those guys, but with them, they're meh. Put them in the top of meh, below the Kings, because I'd rather watch Kings, because the contending for the postseason spot. Penguins are not really. Which I guess they would be trying to make the postseason because they got Crosby and them guys, but I mean, still, I don't think they're going to be really that close. Sharks, I have to put them in boring because they don't really got anybody outside of Celebrini, Eklund. That's about it. I mean, I don't have anybody else. So I'm gonna put them in boring. Kraken, I'm gonna put them. Watch when I can above the Canadians. Above, I'm gonna put them above the Blackhawks, right below the Wild. They got Montour and Stevenson to help star power, but other than that, they still got McCann, Eberle, Gord, those guys, and they still have Shorts, Vince Dunn, and then in net they could do it to Gordon Philip Grubauer. The court's fun and young, so I put them in watch when I can. They're definitely going to be contending for the wild card spot, so that also helps them. Blues, I like to put them in the very bottom of watch when I can. The only reason why I say that is because they have Kyrou, Bunanovich, Robert Thomas, and among others too. And then Bennington, and it's always a spectacle to watch just because of what he does on the ice. You can search up about Bennington, but man, that guy's wild. Tampa, I'm enough to put them in the top of map, below the Kings, above the Penguins, I think. It's because, yes, they have Kucherov. Actually, no. That's what I think about it. I'm going to put them right below the Blackhawks. So they have that power line of Braden Point, Nikita Kucherov, and Drake Gunsel. But other than that, they don't have much people. And they got Hedman, but they don't got much other people defensively. And then Vasi. Vasi's from the watch because how good he is. But, yeah. Leafs, I have to put them a top priority. Above the Leafs. You're above the Hurricanes, below the Panthers. So the second in top priority. Just because of the fact that they have so many fun players to watch, such as Matthews, Tavares, Nylander, Marner, and those guys, and they still have like Tanev and Riley in the back end, and then they still have Joseph Goal also, and Stolarz is the goalie tandem. So that's gonna be fun. Canucks, I have to put them in much watch hockey because of how fun they are to watch. Hold up. Okay, much watch hockey. Above the Rangers, above the Devils, below the Hurricanes. You're below the Avalanche. So the Canucks have Quinn Hughes, Pedersen, Besser, and Miller, Joshua, and those guys. And then they still have Myers and Quinn Hughes, as I already said. And Hronek in the back end, and Demko is always fun to watch. So, I don't really much watch hockey. Vegas Golden Knights, put them in watch when I can, above the Blackhawks, below the Kraken. They do have good pieces such as Eichel, Stone, and then one of the best defensive cores in the league, probably top 3 defensive cores in the league, is Theodore, and among others I can't think of right now for some reason. So yeah. Capitals, I'm gonna have to put them in kind of like meh because they don't really have that much star play, but they have quite a decent amount of depth. They have Ovi, Milano, Strome, Majapani, those guys, but other than that, nothing really much. Jets, I'm gonna have to put watch where they can because they will be contending for a wild card spot. So I have to put them above the Blackhawks, above the Knights, below the Kraken. So yeah, I mean they got Hellbuck and then they got a bunch of other star players. Two that were out of alphabetical order is the Flame. I'm gonna put them in boring. They don't really have that much people such as Kuzmenko, Zari, and Kadri, and Huberdeau and Uyghur. And then Buffalo Sabres, I have to put them in top priority. Below the Blackhawks, I think. Actually, right above the Blackhawks. Right above the Knights, too. Right below the Jets. There we go. That's it. I'm going to save this image so I can then upload it to, upload this to my, Facebook page. Hold on, guys. I'm just taking screenshots. Wait, perfect. Literally perfect. Okay. I think that's probably going to be it for today's episode. I mean, I did the tier list. I'm going to upload my tier list on Facebook right now. Hold up. My tier list ranking every NHL team based on watchability. Get the down arrows for looks, Perfect, literally perfect. Okay, so that's gonna be it. I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.